Differentiate the following. Y equals minus 6x to the power minus 3. We need to remember this. You bring the power down to the front to multiply and subtract 1 from the power. So let's take this on to the next slide where we have y equals minus 6x to the minus 3. And we can write down dy dx equals. We turn our attention to the power and that is brought down to here. And we use that to multiply the coefficient here, which is minus 6. So I'll bring that down to here and I'll put brackets around it. We'll complete that calculation in a moment. I will now consider the x to the minus 3, and I'm going to bring that down, but also making sure that I subtract 1 from the minus 3. And you can see that has been achieved here. We have minus 3 minus 1. Now we can go on to say that dy dx equals, and what we do now, we perform this calculation, which is minus 3 multiplying minus 6. Now 3 times 6 is 18. And a minus times a minus is a plus. So this will give us plus 18, as you can see here. We now consider this, which is x to the minus 3 minus 1. And of course, minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4. So what we end up bringing down is x to the minus 4. I'll now bring this to the top of the slide. And you can see I can write this down again as dy dx equals. And if you look here, I've got 18 without this positive sign in front. Now that's because if the 18 doesn't have a sign in front, then it implies it's positive. So this is the same as this here. Consequently, this is the same as this. An understanding of indices is important when you do calculus. And in these videos, I'm going to be making assumptions that you understand indices. So I'm going to bring into view now the following. That x to the minus 4 can be written as 1 over x to the 4. So I can carry on and say dy dx equals, it's going to be 18 multiplied by, and instead of writing x to the minus 4, here, what I'm going to do is to use this. 1 over x to the 4. So you can see that appears here. And now I can go further and say 18 times 1 is 18. And therefore I can have the 18 over x to the 4. I think I should point out that this is not incorrect. It's a correct answer. But it is usual to remove these negatives, which is what I've done on this step. And you can see I end up with 18 over x to the plus 4. There's no sign here, but that means plus 4. So I've effectively brought this down below the 18. And this is the differential of y with respect to x, which gives us this result here. So if we move on to the next slide, we can see that y equals minus 6x to the minus 3. When you differentiate y with respect to x, you end up with dy dx equals 18 over x to the power 4.